Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beautiful Broken. I am Brittany Mahan. I am your host. I can't hear myself. Am I supposed to? Woo woo. Can you guys hear me out there? Testing. All right. Well, anyways, I'm going to keep talking. But so today is an awesome show. I have my friend Barry Stevens coming on in about like 5 minutes. He's going to talk about his journey, how he went from being like a skinny guy in high school to now being really ripped. But we all know that Beautiful Broken goes a little bit deeper than just appearances here. So I do apologize to any of our viewers who did not like my post on how I presented this episode, but it was all just kind of to show you guys when you watch it that looks go a little bit deeper than the surface. So let me bring on Doreen. Look at her beautiful hair. Are we switching? No.
I think he's trying to fix the mic. Okay.
Can you hear?
I still can't hear myself either. That's
fine. We'll figure it out. But
will they be able to hear?
Yeah, I think they're gonna hear. I think they should be able to hear. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Okay. So, anyways, Doreen, about just this kind of topic. So, I think what I really want to talk about is like, why do people change their outside appearance, anyways?
Well, I think it's to feel good about yourself.
Right.
Really.
Right. And most people do it for themselves, but then other people.
Well, obviously, sometimes it's not just for yourself, but it's about, you know, if say you like somebody or you want to impress someone else. It could be both. It's not just about yourself, but sometimes it's about trying to get a certain someone's attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know if do you agree?
No, 1,000%.
Okay.
I definitely agree. I think that's what's awesome about but I think that sometimes it's a tough line because when is it enough? You know, like
when do you look good enough?
When do you look good enough?
Well, I think that's when it goes back to you and when you're happy with it, because if sometimes like some people can never be happy with it and they'll just keep, you know, trying harder to get to the look that they want, and then they're never happy, and it almost comes like an addiction. Mm-hmm. But I think like once you're happy with yourself, then you made it. But like, but I don't think it means like stop doing it just because like you've made it to like where you're happy with yourself. It's like it's supposed to be like a lifestyle. Yeah,
because I always like wondered those people who get the body of their dreams, or they have the body of their dreams, and they still see themselves as fat, they still see themselves as ugly, they still like don't believe in themselves. So I mean, I'm gonna call it what it is. Then that's like insecure people.
Oh yeah.
So how do you get the body and the confidence?
Well, I think self-love comes into that too. Mm-hmm. And you know, loving yourself, because like I've been there myself where I've never been like satisfied with when, you know, I'll work out or eat right, and I'll still not get to the point of being happy with where I'm at. But then it comes to the point where I'm like, all right, I got to do my things to realize that I love myself. And I mean, a big thing for me is I always like look at myself and have my like talks with myself in the mirror, and
I love
like,
that.
You know, you're beautiful. I write like little like notes like all over sometimes, like you are beautiful, just because like it's kind of just as like that reminder of not to keep thinking that you're not enough.
Right. And I think there's no secret that we live in the most vain world ever. We are the generation of social media, and everyone is looking for likes, they're looking for comments, they're looking for vanity. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it because some of the meanest people I'm sick of it. Some of the meanest people on the planet are the prettiest people, but they are ugly. They're like little.
But it goes the other way too. Sometimes people that aren't are mean because they're not.
Yes,
you know?
Which is just, it's so frustrating because it's like, I think what we need to focus on is just being a nice human and not judging people by a book. But I think you and me especially, like, let's tell them the story. Oh my gosh, guys. So me and Doreen had a photo shoot on Saturday. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Shout out to Russ. Love you, long time. And we go out to our favorite restaurant, Alba. Shout out to Alba. And we're sitting on the roof, and Doreen, my cousin, you know, she loves her hair. She changes it up all the time. You guys will see pink, yellow. She might do a bob. Like she's gonna go
whatever
through it.
I feel like that week.
And she will cut it. She will change it. And really, really long story short, she's covered in tats. She has, you know, the hand. Show them the hand tats. The hand tats. Like she's the tatted one. I'm not. Regardless, she's my best friend, and we click. And these women were like staring at her.
I just obviously I think it was the wine, but I just walked up and I was like, listen, are you like,
she's like, are you
making fun of me? I can see you guys staring at me, and like, and I don't know if that was my insecurities coming up.
I'm not proud of you.
Bothered by it, but it was like, I'm just gonna walk up and ask them, and then they were like, oh no, we're just interested in your pants and your hair. And I'm like, okay, so what is it? And they thought I was younger than I was. So then, you know, I think they told me they were in their 50s. And then I was like, well, I'm almost 35, and so why are you judging me? And they were like, oh, we're so sorry, like, we're so sorry. And like, they were like super apologetic, but I don't think they expected me to walk up to them.
No, because we're living in a world nowadays where it's like, stop judging us just based off how we look. Like, you don't know what's in a hole in the wall. And I had a table later that day where I walk up to him, I kid you not, one of the dudes was like a news anchor, and the owner of the restaurant was like, oh, go introduce yourself to him, he's a news anchor. And I was like, great. So I introduced myself to him, I explained to him beautiful broken. I walk away and she's like, well, she's broken and not that beautiful. I was like, that I almost fought her. I swear to God.
Where was I?
I literally was like, this ghetto Brit is about to come out. Someone has to take me. so mad. I was like, I'm about to fight this 55-year-old. Unbelievable.
But that's insecurity. That's where like insecurity comes out, because if you were secure in yourself. We just finished a photo shoot. You know I looked good. You don't do that. Like, I go up to people in the store, like, you do it too. I know you do it. Like, I'll be like, you're so beautiful. I love your outfit. Like, that's just like what I do. And I know you do the same thing.
Absolutely. Okay, so enough about us. We're going to bring in Barry Stevens, who's going to talk all about the male perception of things, because as you know, obviously women, with me and you, Doreen, we have our side, but I'm really curious to see how the men's side. We'll be right back. Oh, my bad. Okay, I thought we were going to commercial break. Okay, can we go to commercial break and then surprise? This is Barry, but we'll be right back after this.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
What's up? What's happening?
Let's hit those pearly whites, man. Yeah. The boys, check it.
Stand up, do my cherish, don't compare us. Go.
Ooh, cute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
Hey girl, what's up? What's the name? What's good? What's up?
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
Yes, sir. See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Beautiful Broken, Brittany Mahan, Doreen Silva, we are here with you. And before we bring in Barry, I just want to let you know, y'all can call in today. Call this number at 8:30. It is going to be 781-853-8199. We want to hear from you. Tevin, I know you're listening. Give us the call. Tevin. And anyone else, we'd love to hear your opinion on, and especially if you're a guy. I know Barry's going to speak for the men out there, but there are obviously other men in the world, so you guys have opinion? Let's hear it. All right. Welcome on, Barry Stevens. Woo!
What's going on? How are you guys?
Good. What's going on, Barry?
All right. What's the questions? Bring them on.
Well, let's just start with your story. So the reason I brought you on the show is because me and Barry went to middle school together. We go way back. And he was a small kid. And then, he grew up. But he didn't just grow up in, you know, he has like a 6-pack. Let's just pull up Mike. Will you pull up his Instagram so people can see the picture?
I thought you were having him do my shirt right here.
Look at him in the bottom left. We can't zoom it in, but the bottom left. Are you kidding me right now? Like, good for you, Barry, because I heard it's more hard for small guys to gain muscle than it is for like a fat guy to lose fat.
Honestly, it is very difficult, especially if you have a high metabolism. Like, I have a really high metabolism. I eat McDonald's, I'm losing weight.
Really?
Yes. Like,
that's rude.
I have to eat so
rude.
terrible sometimes, which I shouldn't, but I still do it from time to time, you know what I mean? Just because, like, I'll be like, I don't feel like making a crazy meal that has crazy protein, so I'll eat terrible sometimes just to gain weight. But it's
Like,
so difficult.
So you
to hold
mean
it.
you do eat McDonald's, or you eat
Oh no,
McDonald's and you
I'll
get
eat
skinny?
whatever. Like,
I didn't know if you said you eat McDonald's and you get skinny.
No, I can, but like I
Okay.
will, because the way it processes and stuff like that sometimes through you, especially if you have a high metabolism, it just runs right through you.
Right.
Which is like
Some
wicked
people
rude,
would
but-
love that. Some people would
I'm
love
like,
that.
well,
I
hello.
don't like it. I'm not a fan because like my goal is to push myself to 170 pounds, and I've gotten so close, but like quarantine hit and I lost so much weight.
Jeez.
Like I was at like 167 was like the highest I've gotten, and I dropped down during quarantine to 150.
Wow. Okay. So what was your journey like? When you graduated high school, like what then brought you to like love the gym, go to the gym?
Honestly, Tyler.
Really?
Yeah,
Shout out to you, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, like, he really was, like, motivating me. When I moved to California, I was out there, and my cousin and Callie had a bench in his backyard. And I used to see Tyler on, like
so you and Tyler moved to Cali together?
No, he was still back out here, but, like, I would talk to him on the phone, hang out, like, just, like, kind of FaceTime and talking, you know what I mean? And he'd be at the gym, and I'd be like, yo, bro, you know what? I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna get bigger than you. So, like, that was, like, kind of, like, the first, like, match, per se, like, that was lit. It was just kind of me just like, all right, well, I'm gonna get bigger. I'm gonna get bigger than him. It was, like, competition.
Right.
So I started taking it serious while I was out there. I ended up slowing it down. I came back. I was trying to get my life in order. Came back a little bit more with Tyler because he was back from college, and he'd go to Planet Fitness.
Okay.
And I'd go with him on his VIP membership occasionally. I started buying pre-workout and protein. And once I took that stuff, I was hooked. I was hooked. You couldn't get me out of the gym. Like, I was like, yo, I'm there all the time. Like, that was a part of my life. Like, because it was like basketball for me. Like, I used to love basketball so much. It was like a way to get away from everything.
Right. And I think that's the number one problem when we hit like adulthood, like out of like you're in high school and you have a sport you're playing and you're with your friends and it's kind of like a routine that you have. And then you go to college, some people do, some people don't, some people start working, whatever. But then you lose a part of yourself, right? Because you're like always going to work. And then you get into like life after the 4 years of college or whatever, and it's like, who the hell am I? So the fact that like the gym could be that basketball replacement for you, I think is super important.
Yeah, it was nice. It was just a way to get away from like the stress in life real quick. It was just like, all right, this is a way for me to just get out of things.
Yeah.
But like it became a part of me, like a part of my routine throughout so long. Like, and like there was periodic times where I would stop going for a little bit and just be like, I'm kind of like, I'd fall out of rhythm, and I'd go.
Would your moods completely change?
Oh
yeah, no, moods completely changed. Like the way I dealt with like certain things happen in life where it was causing me to be like a lot like just like my whole entire schedule was all over the place. Like the way I dealt with things was not me.
Are you like more when you're living in chaos? Because that's what I like to call it. I feel like when people have schedules, they're not living in chaos because it's like you always have something to look forward to and you're happy. But when you're living in chaos, like what is your like emotion that you most struggle with, you think?
I would say honestly just self-confidence. Like that's just like my biggest thing is like when I start going through chaos and I'm not like following through with things that I want to follow through with, like I'm not doing the things I love to do. I'm kind of just trying to push through. And I tend to fall in this thing where like I feel like my life, like I'm not happy with myself because I'm like,
my mood changes completely that day, and I'm like, it's okay, it's all right. It didn't work out today. It's
for
okay.
like some people who smoke every day.
Yeah.
It's like they got to do that, or like their day is just all off their attitude switches, everything. It's like that's that's a routine for somebody.
But like in the beginning of quarantine was like, like, because obviously there was like no gyms, like, and then you kind of get into like a slump of like, the couch, like eat couch. Then like I went like a break where I didn't work out for like a month and a half, and like did that happen to you, or did you continue to work out?
I'm gonna be 100% real on this situation. I tried so hard to work out, I just couldn't find it in me to work out at home. I personally am somebody who needs a gym. I love benching, like that is my like key thing, and like being in a house, I just feel like there's so much going on. Like I can do so many things right now.
Well,
but
the gym's like the getaway. Yeah. So then if you're still in your house, you're not really having the getaway.
You're locked in there. That's all you're gonna do is talk to people and work out. That's it. Get out of there. Right. But when you're at home, it's like, yo, I could play PlayStation right now.
You're a big video game guy.
Yeah. Like sometimes I can be when I'm bored. Like I wouldn't say I'm huge on it.
How do you find the balance? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of guys out there who like they did not make it out of quarantine like in the best state because they only played video games the whole time.
You have to like force yourself out. You have to force yourself out.
Because I'm not. My little brother, he sits on that thing for at least 14 hours a day.
I hear him. That was me all quarantine.
How did you get yourself? How do you get yourself out of it though?
I don't even know. Honestly, I got lucky. Like, I just kind of started doing more things. Like, I was like, oh, let me get up. Like, I was like forcing myself to get up and go do things. I'm like, oh.
What is it about video games that drag guys in so much?
I mean, honest for me, it's like when I buy a game or my brother buys a game and I get it, I'll be sitting there and I'm like, all right, I can talk to my friends. Let's sit here. It's like, especially during quarantine, it's like I can talk to all my friends right now because they're all playing.
Yep.
So it was like
almost not like one day where only one of them's on or anything. Like they're all on. Get it?
That's cute. So it's like they're all gathering together as action figures in the game.
Basically chilling, being able to talk smack, all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So basically, for me, it's just like once you start playing a game and you get into it, you start leveling up, getting all that like little perks of playing the game. You start getting hooked on like, nah, I'm trying to get this gun, I'm trying to get this, and you start like trying to be the best one at it. So
and
it just
like
gets
to be
wild.
In the so it's kind of competition. There's like competition.
It's like a competition, and I love competition. So like that for me is what gets me every time.
So what would be a better competition for you though? In life competition, like competing with Tyler in the gym, or just a video game competition?
Wait, in life, like just
like which
general?
one would you
without
prefer?
The game?
Oh nah, I feel better about the gym all day because like even when I'm competing with Tyler, I push him.
Yeah.
Like I'll be pushing him to do stuff that he doesn't normally do too. So like it's like we're pushing each other. It's not like real. In the beginning, it started out as a competition. It's still. He far.
I don't know Tyler. So is Tyler
He's like one of my best friends. Like growing up.
Because you guys obviously both know Tyler, and I'm like, who's Tyler?
He's cool. He's really relaxed. You know what I mean? But
Tyler's
like,
a good kid.
Okay.
He surpassed me so far in the gym that it's like for me to catch up is I'd have to be there every day for like 2-3 hours a day, taking protein, everything. So it's like for me, it's not a competition. I already know I lost this. Like there's no coming back from this.
Well, no, and I think that's what like goes back to
Tyler. He took the L real
like
hard.
what we were saying in the beginning, though. Like your only competition is really supposed to be yourself.
Yeah, no, of course.
Because then if you're constantly competing against someone else, then you don't know when you ever really feel good. Because it's not, because it's like you're measuring yourself up to someone else instead of like yourself. At the end of the day, like the only person I'm in competition with is me.
Right. And I think that's the number one thing that like people forget is like I love to hear people doing well, 1000%, but like I'm never measuring myself to someone else's success because like I can't control them or ever. Like whatever they're doing is awesome, but like it doesn't affect my life because like I'm just trying to be better than the person I was yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair.
So how do you work on your confidence then? Let's go into emotions of the.
My confidence came a lot from after high school. Like during high school, I was a little bit of confident. Once I started learning how to like get my own style in a sense, like what do I like to like dress up, like how do I like to dress, you know what I mean, like started just understanding.
I know your hair looks fabulous.
It looks wild.
It looks so good. I haven't seen your hair like that ever.
Never. This is the longest it's ever been. Ever.
Nice.
It was braided for a little bit.
Was it?
Yes,
You had
it was-
cornrows?
I had cornrows going back. It was wild.
How many did you
Wow.
have?
I don't even know. It was out of control though. Like I
mean-
was looking at myself like, oh my goodness.
Who braided it?
Stefan's girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's fun.
So that goes with like your style and finding your style.
Was the
Yeah.
cornrows your style, or how do we
No.
feel about that?
That's not it. That's not it. I'm more or less right now because I started growing it right before. Like I got a haircut right before quarantine.
Oh, okay.
So this is all quarantine hair right here. This
It
is,
really doesn't look bad though.
It doesn't
No,
look
it doesn't
bad
look
at
bad.
all. No,
And
it
yeah,
doesn't
like
look
some
bad at
people,
all.
everybody was like complaining during quarantine that they couldn't get their hair done.
I
Not me
was
because
one
I
of
do
them.
mine anyway
I
myself.
was
but
definitely one of them. But like over time, I was just like, you know what? I've gotten this far. Let me just grow it out, see what happens with it. You know what I mean? I want to see if I can grow it to a ponytail or something like that.
Oh, you want a
That'd be
ponytail
wild.
now?
That'd be
You
wild.
gonna do the man bun?
I'm gonna see what it's
You
like.
gonna do the updo?
Let's try it out.
well,
getting
it's
to
when
that.
you get like this far already, it's like you may as well
I gotta
keep
try
going.
it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before. We gotta try it.
I mean, and I think that's the fun thing about, like, I think quarantine pushed us all out of our comfort zone, right? And it really made us all ask the question, who am I? Who am I? What do I like? What don't I like? And I realized that I have lived my life always doing what other people have told me to do. Not insane.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even liked the people that I've wanted to like because people told me I shouldn't like them. So then I was like, I shouldn't like them, I guess.
Yeah,
And I
but
had
that's-
these feelings for somebody that I denied because I was told I shouldn't have feelings for them. Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
Why did you? When the person told you not to, why did you?
Well, because it was like other people outside of the situation would tell me not to.
Okay.
And then I would just have natural feelings for
Just
them.
like I just don't like this. But I get it.
You know,
I
like
don't like
someone
them.
would, like, let's say Barry liked Doreen. And I'd be like, no, Barry, you can't like Doreen. I would literally be like, why? And then they would say all this negative stuff. And then I would, like, believe them. When you're a great person and if he likes you, he could have liked you. Isn't that
Well,
crazy
and
to
I
listen to
think-
people like that?
That is
Yeah.
wild.
I think, sometimes you like what you like and you really can't help it sometimes. So
Right. So how did you find, like, what you liked about yourself? Like, what was your technique so you could tell the viewers?
So I don't know. I would say more or less like just leaving, like just going on my own, leaving and going to a completely new area where it's just I don't even know. Like it was my first time meeting my cousin, like for the first time.
Really?
So where'd you
Yeah.
leave? Where'd you leave?
So I moved to California in 2013. I moved out there. I hung out, like lived out
So
with my cousin.
2013, is that like right out of high school for you?
No, it was like it was
like a year
after.
after.
It was after the first
Okay.
year of college for me.
Oh, after college.
So
Okay.
right after that first year, I just up and left, went to California, stayed out there, and honestly, like, I found out a lot about myself when I was out there. It's just kind of you're in a place where you don't know anybody. You're just like you're new, and like I don't have nobody influencing me because it's like this person's word is just as strong as the other guy I just met yesterday. Like, and that could be family. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just to me, it was just wild. Like it was just the weirdest experience of my life, and it really brought out what I actually want to do in life and stuff like that. And I started changing up like how I view jobs, how I viewed I seen a future for myself. Like I was like, all right, how do I want to like make myself better, and why do I want to make myself better? What is there to be better? You know what I mean?
Is
And
that when your whole like gym thing came?
Gym happened a little bit after. That started coming into like California was where I started like the gym, but like I didn't really fall in love with it. It was just more, to me it was a competition. So like I was just having fun with it. I was just competing, joking around. I lost terribly, but I still kept up with it, and it turned into a love, and that ended up turning my image a lot like a far left compared to where I was. You know what I mean? I was extremely skinny, yes. I was small, but like I slowly started picking up some weight, started working out more. I was never really too skinny, you know what I mean? But I was definitely like slim.
Yeah.
So like picking up in the gym and actually being able to like push for goals, it started helping with other goals in life. It was just kind of like,
Where were you at before you went to, just so the viewers can kind of have a understanding of you, like where were you at before you went to California? Like did you go to college? Were you?
Yeah, I went to Massasoit for a year. I was doing like media, like stuff like this. Like I wanted to be a sports broadcaster. That was the goal for me. It was
That
like
was pretty.
I literally was trying to be Stephen A. Smith, like that type of deal. And it didn't work out. Like I was in the classes for it, and I was like, nah, I don't think I want to do this. Like, and like to me, it was like school's not for me. I'm definitely a hands-on type of person. Like I gotta be doing something. Like I have way too much energy to be out here just.
Me and Doreen just had a conversation about school and her son and being hands-on and stuff.
Yeah, yo, sometimes trade is really the option.
Well, I my thing, like, because I'm a massage therapist, so my hands-on, like, the days that I remember in school, like, when it wouldn't be that, it would be like, oh my gosh, this is so boring. Like, when are we gonna, like, just massage? Like, isn't that what we're gonna do? And it's like, no, there's other things you gotta know, you know, like anatomy and all that but anatomy was totally interesting, but, like, other stuff wasn't as interesting.
That's dope. That is dope. I didn't even know they did, like, actual, like, classes, but, like, schooling classes.
Yeah,
like,
Brittany came. Brittany came a couple times.
Massage model, and she touched me. It was great.
No, Brittany was like, I'll schedule with you. She came in for like 4 different people.
She was just out there getting massages.
She never had a massage before, and she's like,
I was like, free massages everywhere.
Yeah.
But after you decided to, like, when you were sitting in the class and you felt like, you know what, this just wasn't for me, what transitioned you? Like, what happened that made you go, like, let's go to California?
A lot of things.
Really?
There's some really deep things happen. Like, remember me and Larry used to live together. We got into a huge argument. Some things happened, and it was just kind of like a spur of the moment. Like, I'm leaving. I'm going to California. I'm just gonna start fresh and just kind of see where my life goes.
Are you and Larry still friends?
Larry passed away.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry
it's okay.
to hear that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, Larry. Brittany, this might be a little shock for her.
You serious? You didn't know that? Like last year?
Oh, I feel this is some real life stuff.
Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah, no, crazy. It's crazy. It was the year before, not last year. The year before.
So is Larry your best friend?
He was me and him were very close. We were like brothers, for sure. We were always.
Did you guys talk before you ended up, like, before that happened? Were you guys on not speaking terms?
We were kind of like, I didn't really get a chance to really, like, settle everything, you know. So, like, I don't know, that changed a lot about who I am as a person.
Yeah.
It taught me a lot more about who I am, like being able to holding grudges. Like I'm the person.
You won't do it anymore after that. Yeah, sometimes sometimes it's sad that those are the things that make you. I've had like a similar situation with, like, I lost a best friend and we weren't on speaking terms when it happened, and it really can, like, change you completely as a person.
It does. It's
completely.
It was
you go through like a wave of like, but it at the same time, like, it can make you want to be a better person, because, like you said, why am I holding grudges for? Like, what's the point anymore?
Like, I literally, like, Jamal, me and him got into a little argument. I literally laugh about it, because me and him get into arguments where they get so heated, but at the end of the day, we always
Jamal.
like, we always end up talking to each other. Like, that's like, that is my little brother. Like, there is nothing ever gonna separate that. So, like, we talked
friends
about
like those are the best.
Yes, no, of course. Like, I love having them in my life. Like, all my friends, like, I have a really tight circle. And,
yeah,
like,
and you guys have been that tight since high school, and that's what
crazy.
I love. Same group.
Table.
I know, me and Jenna Conti just kind of reconnected too, and I felt the same, like, the love that I have for her.
I haven't heard that name in forever. That's wild.
Yeah, I was literally like, I slept over her house the other night. Like, we were like, it felt like we were 12 again. Like, it was just so awesome.
That's funny, because that was like me and Jocelyn.
Yes, because Jocelyn, who's our sex coach, who will be on next week's show, they were best friends when they were 12.
Elementary school.
And then they life separated, and now
and then being on the show, we kind of, I talked to Brittany about Jocelyn, and Brittany was like, I want her on the show.
Just
now
boom,
it's all
here we go.
Yep.
It's so funny, because when I saw Barry, the reason why I wanted you on the show was because your energy was just so fun, and I always remember you, like, whenever I think of Barry Stevens, I'm like, he's the fun, outgoing, like, you always made me laugh. And so I was like, I just want his energy on here, because, like, your transition, I knew you were, I didn't know obviously what you just told me, which is obviously my reaction, but like, I knew you were going through something, but, like, you seemed to still be strong on the other side. And I think, especially after quarantine, I think that's what our viewers need to see, is, like, what would you tell people that are lost right now? Because some people, like, you're working again, right? So you have a little piece of you back, the gym's open back up. What would you tell viewers right now if they're lost and they're feeling like you did before you went to California?
Honestly, just get up, find something you love. Find something you love that can take your energy and, like, put it in your head in a good mind space. You know what I mean? hang out with those friends. Like, whenever you get those phone calls, like, hey, what you doing right now? Answer it and be like, and if they ask you to go do something, you have nothing going on, get up and go. Just see where life's gonna take you, because you never know. Like, you could end up going out, and that day could take your whole mentality. Oh, sorry. that day could literally take like a different turn, and you could end up being like meeting more people, and now that sadness that you're feeling, or the depression, all that stuff, like that could literally be disappeared just by meeting the right person. So it's like for me, I have really good friends. Like, I love all my friends, and they're always able to pull me out of, like, when they see, they can literally tell. I could have a smile on my face, but these guys know when something's
that's when
wrong
like
with me.
that's when you know that's like a good, because like I've had that too, and they just like look at you and they're like, I know something's up. I know something's up, and it's like you trying to hide it.
You can
like,
try all you want, it's not happening. Like,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, no. So that's,
Guys, now is the time to call in. Let's throw up the numbers. Some of your friends, let's see if they call in. 781
I see some comments on the screen.
8199.
I can't read the comments, but I see some of your friends are commenting. I saw like a love you.
No, they always.
oh, it's Vanessa.
Vanessa. Hi, honey. No, they always were the tightest crew, and they were all so fun, and they were all so nice, and I mean, you guys still are. And I think the reason I love Stoughton like so much, that's my hometown, that's where I'm from, represent Stoughton proud. We weren't like the nicest town ever. We weren't like we were honestly,
Wait, so when you say it's not the nicest town though, I'm just curious.
it's like hood rats.
Okay.
Like,
No.
I was gonna say
Stop.
Stoughton itself isn't really a nice town, but I think sometimes the people
are
can
the
be,
best.
Some of them can be mean and some of them can be nice.
Well, yeah, you gotta flip the coin.
But I really like, people would always be like, Stoughton sucks, and I'm like, but what sucks about Stoughton? Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's just each person you met. A lot of people in our grade, like, I don't know, they've made me
who you
like,
are.
Yeah,
Yeah, who you
100%. And I like who I am now at this point. So like, yeah, maybe when we were going through the motions, I didn't love who I was in the moment, and then I hated them for, you know, the pain they caused me. But being able to look back on my life and see, you know, where I am today, it's like you got to be grateful for all of them.
no, it's a fact.
And that's the, you know, and
I can help you.
and the thing is too, like we weren't a town that won very much.
And maybe in your time, I was gonna say, yeah, I think we won a lot when I was younger.
In my generation, like Barry, we didn't win anything in our 4 years. What did we win?
We got to go to the Garden.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't
That was cool.
Were we seniors?
Yeah, we were seniors.
Oh shoot, where?
That was kind of dope.
No, that was
Brittany's
dope.
like, where was I?
That
That was kind of dope. I mean, you know what I mean? That was my year
Did we
coming
have any
back.
senior playing though?
Yeah, Stephon was there.
Was he the only?
Nope.
Oh God, man.
Ray Breeze, Donald.
Oh my
They
God,
were
where
all
was?
there.
Okay, let's go to Tevin. Oh, not yet. Okay, when our man Tevin.
Tevin's calling quick. He
Tevin's
plays
calling in
no
from
games.
South Carolina.
For real?
North.
Oh, he's on North.
North
I'm sorry,
Carolina.
Tevin. So
It's okay.
Hi, Tevin.
Hey.
how we doing, bud?
I'm doing good.
Good. I'm gonna let you ask your question to Barry. Okay.
Okay, so Barry, seriously, besides Jim, how's it been? Is any future? Besides, what was your major in school before you kind of it wasn't for you?
He said, what was your major in school before?
Oh, I was liberal arts media.
Okay. Yeah, that was awesome. Because my major is business, and now back in the day when I was okay, because me now off topic, I was losing weight.
Okay.
And I was losing weight. And see, I'm a big guy now. See, I was losing weight. I keep eating Subway so much, and I was walking like crazy. Dad was like, I'm gonna mind my business. And then suddenly, when I got to 220, I gained right back. I gained right back, and it sucked. And now I'm trying to lose as much weight as I can. But for me, I'm usually being active lately. I've been praying for strength, and so far the process it's just gonna take process, but it's so far so good.
Okay, so my best advice for you, Tevin, is get up every morning and try for as many push-ups as you can. First thing in the morning, okay?
All right.
Try to do as many sit-ups as you can. Get up, take a walk, a run. If you want to do either or, take like a jog, walk for like a mile.
I let me tell you right now. Here's what I do. So far today, I did 10K. I got a stepwatch. And I did 10K. So far, I walked around 10K where I'm at, and now I'm up to 14,430 steps. And I'm gonna keep running around 10K every day, and just keep going with that process.
Yeah, keep it up.
Next month, because I got school, school next month, but. With the coronavirus going on, I don't know what they're going to do, but and then when I got free time, whatever, in the morning, I'm going to keep on walking before it gets hot.
Absolutely.
Right, keep it up.
Drink
Tevin,
lots
we're
of
proud
water.
of you. Thank you so much for calling in, Tevin.
Hey, no problem.
We'll talk to you
Tevin.
soon.
Later, Tevin.
Bye.
I would love that. No, that was good.
No, that was good. Great. Like, that was good advice, because I was literally gonna say, like, what advice would you have for him, and then you just went with it. So
what I'm gonna tell you to do.
I do here and there. Like, I had created a motivation page, basically, like, to help people out. Like, cause I have friends that work at the airport. Like, I have one friend, his name's Anthony. He used to come up to me all the time because he see my gym pictures and be like, yo, I have some questions about working. I'm trying to lose some weight. Like, what would you do? And I, like, gave him a whole routine. I was like, do this, this, and this. And try to maintain a certain diet. Like, get these apps that can literally tell you how many calories you were eating every day. And when you're a certain weight, if you want to lose, there's going to tell you how many you should take in for that to lose a certain amount of weight. And if you can just keep that, and while maintaining to work out, you're going to lose weight so fast. Like, it's so quick. People, they just want to see results immediately, but you just have to be able to stick with it. Like, if you can't stick with it, you're never going to lose anything. You're going to start it. You're going to do it for like a week, and then you're just going to be like, you know what?
Well, that's like,
I don't see any progress.
That was me.
That was instant gratification, and it's about, like, that delayed gratification.
Yes. Like,
I hate failing.
I know.
And so every time I, like, thought I was losing weight, and then I would get on the scale and it wasn't, it was like the most devastating feeling for me. Like, I would be like, oh my God. Like,
sometimes it's not even your weight that's supposed to fluctuate. Like, sometimes when you're working out, it's muscles are just changing. Like, you're changing fat for muscle, and
So
you
it
just
might
don't realize
look-
it. So
or-
it's probably the same, but you're just not noticing it. You gotta give it time. You know what I mean? It's like, especially toning up.
right. So how would you give someone like me advice on being patient during waiting?
Just be, I don't know, be patient. Like,
I'm like, someone give me
it's
advice.
just-
Like, I need
you
some
gotta
patience.
just keep at it. Just be dedicated to it. Like, if you really want something, then you gotta find something that's gonna make you push for that. Like, you gotta give yourself a
why?
time, like a month
or a goal,
limit.
yeah,
Yes,
like
a
a
goal.
goal.
Like,
Okay.
I'm short goals. I love short goals. Like, so my big goal is 170. That's really 185, but like, my short goal was originally 170. But with me being out of quarantine, I'm catching back up. I would say my short goal is 160. So now I'm trying to push for 160, and then I'm gonna keep doing these short goals until I get to my long goal.
That's good.
You just have to be able to do that. If you can't do that, you're not gonna push through it.
What's a good app that you? Because I'm curious for myself. I don't use it, so I'm kind of curious of, like, what is a good one.
I would just type in calorie counters,
So it's calories.
it's just calorie counters. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Fitness
so many of
Pal.
them.
Yeah, Fitness Pal is a
Fitness
good
Pal
one.
is really good.
That's
Yes,
a good one.
I
I
have
heard.
that.
Yep.
I don't
Hi,
know.
Mama. Mama just said hello, my beautiful people.
Oh, hello.
But
Oh, your mom.
but yeah, no,
I thought it
that's
was his mom for a second. I just said, hi, mama.
No, I was just reading the comments.
no, but yeah. So that's kind of so. Just to kind of like, we got about like 5 minutes left before we wrap up with Barry, but I think the number one thing that I want to talk about before you go is, like, how in dating would you say the confidence, now that you have your physical body that you want, and I know it's not exactly where you want it to be, but it's improved, would you say that your dating life has improved now that you have changed your physical appearance, or is it still?
When it comes to dating, I wouldn't say so. Nah, I just, right now, I mean, it did during that time period, like where before quarantine. Yes, no, absolutely, I would say it did. But as of right now, with me getting a new job, stuff like that, like I have a huge goal outside of like all dating and stuff like that. I'm really trying to buy a house. I'm trying to do trying to just better myself right now, heavy. So like I haven't been taking like any thought process on actually a real relationship at this point. I've just been kind of just focusing on my goals and making sure I handle those, because sometimes I get myself distracted messing around with a relationship. I'll get distracted and won't even think about my main goals anymore. I'll be sitting there like, oh, how can I do this? And this
I know, and that's where I'm at too, where it's like I just need a hyper focus, but like at the same time I like to cuddle, but I'm like,
I hear you.
Like sometimes I just want to be held like a baby, but it is a distraction. Like I literally like I'm like really bad about this, where I block people. Like I just like block, and then
It's like that, you know, you get afraid. I think she has that afraid, and then I think what she was trying to get back to, that like saying with that dating thing, is like the confidence is like,
the confidence.
It instead of feeling insecure, like do you get more of a confidence from working out?
I would say I definitely feel more confident about myself personally. Like after hitting the gym, like I feel like I can do anything. Like bro, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yes, no, hell yes. Like,
I gotta get that, because I really like will be laying in bed for hours in the morning, like I'm gonna get up, and then like 2 hours goes by and I'm like, I gotta get up.
See, I have the same like that problem. Like sometimes I don't want to work out, but like I tell myself in my mind that like I'm gonna do it, like that it's gonna happen that day, and it's like literally like a battle sometimes with the voice in my head, because it's like, well, you can wait an hour, and you can say like you can wait another hour, but then I'm like, I just get to the point that I'm like, do it now, it's getting late, it's happening tonight. And
that's
like
me every morning before work. I'm like, oh, do I even want to go? Like, do I really want to go right now?
So what are you doing for work?
So I'm a local 7 iron worker.
Okay.
So right now we're building the Boston College new science building over there in Chestnut Hill. It is dope.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
I've had so much fun with this. Like this is.
And that's like a workout too.
Yeah. Yo, I walked 23,000 steps the other day.
What?
68 floors.
And in the heat too.
Yo.
Yeah, you gotta be making sure you're eating.
I be hitting a hammer and like you'll see sweat falling like it's raining. Like, it's crazy. Like unbelievable. Like I've had some of the most painful showers after working.
Oh
like,
no.
Between the boots, like messing with my feet, like scrapes and cuts all over my arms from like the metals and stuff. But
now, do you enjoy what you do?
Hell yeah, it's so much fun.
And I know it's good money.
It's rewarding. It's such a rewarding job. Like not only is the pay really good, like being able to say
that you
I
put that
built
building,
that.
I get that. Yeah.
Now, when you were a little boy, did you like to build things?
Yeah, no, I love Legos and stuff like that as a kid. I love
Bob
them.
the Builder.
Lincoln Logs.
I love that, because I feel like I don't know. I was bartending at the Point before quarantine, and there was so much construction going around there, so everyone kind of went to the Point, and they were just telling me there's like so many people that are involved to build a building.
Like, yeah, you got like thousands on there.
And they're all different like areas of the building.
It's crazy. And then like when you get into like the unions and stuff like that, you see certain trades will be like doing certain floors while you're doing another floor. You'll run into them, and then you low-key start to become like a little family. Like you start seeing them all the time. Like, hey, what's going on? How are you, bro? And I'm new. Like
I was
new
just
to
gonna
this.
ask how long you've been doing it.
I've been doing it since June. Like
Okay.
June, I got my first job as a Union 9 worker, and I was so hyped
And
up.
I'm not like those people that are. I know people that are in that, and like they're in it, and you just grow like in that.
Crazy.
Barry, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're doing so well.
Thank you.
One more thing before you go, and then I'll let you go, but for somebody who is watching right now and needs the encouragement because they don't have the friend that looks at them and knows, because I'll be honest, Barry, like I was one of those people that no one would ever know I was hurting inside, and I was hurting bad, and no one would know. So for someone like that, what would you
just to reach out to like anybody who has given you good encouragement, you know what I mean? If somebody you feel just comfortable enough to have a conversation with. Like, it may not be to that level, but just push yourself to see where they are in that, like where their intelligence is to that matter, and just kind of gauge how they'd feel about it and slowly start to bring it into it. Maybe just talk to somebody, even if it's professional help. Like, just go out there and have somebody to talk to for a little bit, and just maybe open your confidence up just a little bit. Do something that like builds your confidence. Change your hair. Go get a tattoo. Go get a piercing.
Yeah.
Like, go do any one of those things.
I like that.
They're all good things, and they're all a confidence booster. I mean, like, for instance, like all the tattoos, they're a conversation piece. Like, every day at work. I mean, sometimes it can get annoying how much people ask me, like, oh, that wolf right there, that is a beautiful wolf. Where did you get that?
Because you get asked about it probably so many times.
A million times a day.
I get it.
Like,
but it's like the same thing with my hair. I was telling Brittany, I'm like, when I have regular blonde hair, dark hair, I do not get as many compliments. But like, or people say like I'm intimidating, but then once I have like bright hair, they'll be I can walk into the store and it's like 5 people at once. Like, I like your hair, I like your hair. I'm like, ooh, okay.
It's crazy. Just like little things like that cause like, and that turns into a conversation that like now you just met somebody off of just like seeing something. It's like, it's just do something that just maybe creates a conversation piece to cause yourself to have more confidence through conversation.
Oh, I love that, Barry. Thank you so much for joining us on Beautiful Broken. You were awesome. And now we're just going to close up the show with me and Doreen, everybody. So thank you all for watching us. Please follow us, or if you like our stuff, like, share, subscribe. We are here every week at 8 p.m.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night is the night that we are on. Like, share, and subscribe to us. Next week we have our girl Jocelyn. What's her last name? I'm gonna butcher
Padilla.
Jocelyn Padilla. I knew her last name. I knew I was gonna butcher it. But we're gonna be talking. She's gonna bring in toys next week. I don't care. I'm uncomfortable to do next week's show.
No, I think next week's show then is for you.
No, I mean, it's for me.
because you know, it's like there's no reason to be uncomfortable for it. But I mean, why do you feel uncomfortable?
Because I just don't want to hold a dildo in my hands.
Oh, come on. Come on. I couldn't help that I said that.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how I react. It's just awkward. It's gonna be awkward. It's just weird for me. I don't know.
Well,
if it was girls' night, and there was a bottle of wine,
I think
I'd be fine about it.
I think it's a good thing. I think it's great.
I need the bottle.
I think it's great that like people. It's something in the world that like goes on that like people want to be more open and talk about sex. So it's like it's to make you not uncomfortable. It's
right. And anyone who's going to be uncomfortable with this conversation, I'm letting you know that I am here with you, being uncomfortable.
Go with it. What Barry was just saying. Sometimes getting out of your comfort zone and all those good things happen. So get out of the comfort zone, Brittany.
And that's the thing about confidence is that I for anyone who's feeling insecure out there, the only way you can handle and face your insecurity is by doing what makes you feel by facing what makes you feel insecure. So if it's, if it is like, oh, when I put on this shirt it's too tight and I want to lose a couple pounds, like, then you have to take action on that and you have to do something about it. You can't just complain and sit there and then belittle everyone else around you that is looking better than you think you look, because that's just spreading hatred, spreading jealousy, and that's, I think, the disease of the world.
That more, instead of looking at the person and having it as like competition, you're getting jealous. It's like, look at them as like an inspiration.
Right. Right. And I love what Barry even said. Like, Barry has admitted, like, his best friend and him were in competition. And then he's like, and then I lost. And it was like the coolest thing, because it's like, how many people, there's not a lot of people out there.
But he said he inspired him.
Right. Right. So, but what I'm saying is there's not the fact that he even like took the ownership of that. Like, he gave his best friend credit where it was due. And I think that takes a lot of people, because a lot of people just want to like not give credit where it's due. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We will see you next week. We love you and have a wonderful day.
Bye. Awesome.
I think.
Okay. Oh.
Yay.
Sweaty.
Yay.